Well, hello and good morning from a very early and very cold south of England. It is freezing here this morning. Even Mr. Miro stayed in bed. Right, today I've got a challenge to draw a squirrel for a very lovely lady called Elise. So, this is a dedication to Elise, but it's not just any squirrel. This has to be a very good squirrel because Elise is already a very talented artist. So I've been over to see some of her work. She's really pretty incredible. So if you see a message from Elise, pop over and have a look at her artwork. Very good, very good. So, a very beautiful squirrel, I hope. Let's draw. Well, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm having a nice hot cup of tea to warm my fingers up. Before I start, my fingers are like... It is nice to get up early. It is nice to start early. It's nice to see the morning and see all the squirrels running across the back of the fence. That's what we're drawing today. All right, that should keep the fingers alive. There is a man who feeds the squirrels at the end, about 3 houses down. So they run across my fence in the morning, up and down, up and down, up and down. And it drives Mr. Miro mad. How dare they run across my fence? He storms out into the garden. So, right. For you technical wizards, that is today, I think I called it the ballet nib before because it's a very fragile one. And I thought I'd start off with a nice fragile character. Squirrel for Elise. She's a talented artist. You should go and see what she does. It's always kind of a little bit more nerve-wracking. Can I say nerve-wracking? It's always a little bit more kind of like, if somebody's a talented artist, it always kind of makes it a little bit more edgy, you know? It always kind of makes it a little bit more kind of, like they're going to be very easy to judge, you know? Well, KIERON, you should have used your thicker nib on that one, and, you know, or whatever, you know. But I'm sure Elise will be pleased with my funky squirrel. I'm not sure I've drawn a squirrel before, you know. I don't think I have. I don't remember drawing one. Not really sure exactly what a squirrel looks like. I know it's like a little kind of hamster with a big bushy tail, because they run across my garden so fast as Mr. Miro chases them. So forgive me if I get a few things wrong. Yeah, I know they've got little ears. I'm finding these mornings Mr. Miro doesn't even want to get out of bed. Mr. Miro, I will get up about 6 or something like that, and I'll come downstairs and no, I'm not going with you. He's just not interested. Not interested at all. He's just kind of like, He's just kind of like, well, I'll stay here, you go and do the drawing, and I'll catch you later on. Let's get a nice big smile on this. Yeah, so I understand, you know, if Mr. Miro was doing the drawing, I'd probably stay in bed too, you know. Definitely would. Especially this morning, it was difficult to get up. All right, now I know that squirrels have got big teeth to eat all the nuts that they get, so I'm going to give them lots of big teeth. It's always lovely when you do get a message from an artist. It really is quite a beautiful thing that another artist kind of sends you a wishing well type of thing. Not a wishing well, as in, but you know, they send you some beautiful message. And I got a beautiful message from Elise. And it's always nice to see what other people are doing. It's always nice to see what other artists are, what other artists' style is also. It's like, you know, there's so many different styles and so many different mediums as well. You know, some people are very inky like me, and some people are very watercolory. So it's very nice to kind of see what other artists are into. And also very inspiring sometimes, you know, you see people with different styles, and it really does kind of bring out some special kind of, well, it's inspiring. It kind of makes you want to draw more just by the simple fact of seeing other artists. The fact that, for example, like with Elise's work, it was very watercolor based. And very natural, you know. It's very beautiful to see. It also kind of makes you feel a little bit like you're not the only person on the planet that's drawing as well. Sometimes you kind of do feel like it's a very kind of lonely kind of world. So it's nice when you meet other people as mad as you. Sorry, Elise. Now, one thing I hope Elise doesn't mind me sharing, but the fact that she has kind of shaky hands, but when she draws, all that passion, all that love comes through into the artwork, and her hand's steady when she's drawing. I thought that was incredible. And it reminds me of those people that kind of have a stutter or something like that. But when they sing, their voice is perfect. And I do find that the arts have got that magical element to them. Like, you know, got shaky hands, but when you're drawing, they all calm down. All the calmness comes into you. I find that beautiful. I find that absolutely incredible. Right, he isn't holding a football, he's holding a nut. My hands are a little bit oily this morning from doing my morning face cream. I'm getting older, so I've got to put some face cream on. Because look, all my wrinkles, look, all my smile lines, as they're called. Yeah, they're not called wrinkles, they're called smile lines, that's right. All my smile lines, look. Oh dear, dear, dear. So I need to put lots of cream on in the morning these days, especially in the winter. I find the winter comes and just bites your face, you know? And everything is covered in frost this morning. It's beautiful. Mr. Miro didn't see it, but yeah. Little sleepy head. He's so cute. He is the cutest little creature ever. He is the most adorable little beastie. And let's give him a... Oh, and I did draw Gary Three Fingers yesterday. But the camera didn't work, so you just have to imagine how I drew that one. And that'll be one of the ones that go up for sale. It's in my to-do list. I need to paint him up. Gary Three Fingers. I have no idea where that came from. Just another character. With these smaller pieces of paper, they actually move when you when the nib hits the paper. The paper kind of shimmies forward, which is rather frustrating. I need to get some kind of sticky something to put on the back of it to hold it in place, because then I can't really hold the jar of ink in my hand. And that kind of gives splash, like drips of that I don't want. Gives a very ugly appearance when it's dripped across. But I'm sure Elise will not mind. Well, I hope so. He's kind of like a rather kind of goofy type of squirrel. I need a bit of color on that. I need to soak up this so that I can put some color on without the black destroying it. And the black does do that. Black, you put a tiny little speck of black into a color, and it was wow, black. It's quite incredible. Right, so shall I wait for that to dry? Yes, why not? He's quite a funny squirrel. He's quite funny. Now, Elise, I want to know, why did you choose a squirrel? Why Why a squirrel? Out of all of the animals in the earth, why did you choose a squirrel? There must be some story behind it. And if there is, I want to hear it. Kind of cute. Right, I've got this idea, and I don't know if it will work. This brush is a bit stiff, but let's give it a go. I want to kind of give him one of those crazy tails. There's a very skinny squirrel that runs across, and that was my kind of first thought. There you go. See, the black soaks in. Horrible. Oh dear. Don't. I knew I shouldn't have gone too close. You know, you get very childish with stuff like this, you know. It's like you kind of get to a point where you know you shouldn't do something, but you got to try, you know. You got to try. So I will suck that black ink up, and I'll wait until it dries down a little bit, and then I'll fill that out. But that's his tail. A very lovely, big, bushy, exploding tail. Fantastic. And that's his tail bursting through. And while I wait for that to dry, in fact, I might even... just dry that down a little bit, just so that I can finish off the tail. Let's put my name at the bottom, and I'll do a little bit of a frame on there as well. So Elise, what do you think about your squirrel? Your little goofy-faced squirrel. It's quite a beautiful thing to watch the little squirrels run across. They run across, pick up their nut from the other garden, and then run all the way back across the fence. It's really quite a beautiful thing. And at this time of year is when they do it even more, because they're getting all their food ready for this long winter that's coming. And it's going to be a very cold one this year. I can already feel the temperatures drop in the south of England, drop so much. I've had to dig out all my winter coats. And I've got quite a few coats. I'm quite terrible with things like that. You know, shoes, I have too many shoes, and coats, I have too many coats. I always wear the same one when I go to the park to walk the dog. Big long black coat. A nice thin border on this one today, because I feel like it's quite a delicate one, and it's for a delicate, beautiful lady. Well, I don't know if she's beautiful, because I don't know what she looks like, but that's part of the magic, isn't it? All these people that write to you and you have no idea what they look like. But if she's an artist, she must be beautiful, right? All artists are beautiful, right? Ooh, shy. I like to frame the drawings. I like to give them that feeling that they're in some kind of gallery of some sort, you know, the National Portrait Gallery. And you walk in and the first thing you see is my squirrel. How beautiful would that be? Well, it's not my squirrel, is it? It's Elise's squirrel. Beautiful. Oh dear, 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 dear. Oh, starting off. All the black's coming in. I'm so sorry, Elise. I don't. Maybe it's all my little flicks. Has brought all that terrible black ink. All right, let's get some red back on there. I believe this ink is called ruby, so he's got a ruby tail. Beautiful ruby tail, incredible. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. The kind of dabbing of ink is part of what I do. Sometimes you need to slow down ink because sometimes you're putting so much ink on. It does seem to flow. It does seem to mingle. And you do have to kind of catch it sometimes. But I do find this added a lot of texture to the tail, which I'm really excited about. It's given him that type of, well, maybe I could drag a little bit if that's dry. Is it dry? Do you dare? Do you dare bring it around? I was just thinking that it would be nice if the tail was... There you go. Much better. Much, 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 much better. And that is today's squirrel. And isn't it beautiful? I think it's beautiful. Of course I think it's beautiful. He's kind of goofy. He's got his nut that he's run across the fence to get from the neighbor. And he's running all the way back. And he stops on the fence and he does that pose just to look down at Mr. Miro, who's looking up at him saying, "You are my garden again." And Mr. Miro can't bark. He can only squeak. Chinese crested dogs don't bark. They only squeak. So he goes, "Wait, wait, wait, wait." And the squirrel's kind of laughing at him. And then he runs off with his flashing red tail. So, yeah. What a beautiful drawing. What a beautiful drawing for a beautiful lady. So, thank you very much for coming and joining me this morning for another drawing. And I will catch you all. You see the sunshine, look at that. The sunshine's just coming through that window. And it's got half of my faces in shadow and half of my faces in the sunshine. Isn't that incredible? It's like one hand is in the shadow and one hand is in the dark. Such a childish mind. But we have drawn a beautiful squirrel, and I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you send me some comments. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. Why not? It's all fun and madness every day, just for you. So, have a beautiful morning. Have a beautiful day. Enjoy the sunshine, or not, or the sunshine, or not, or the sunshine. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you all very soon for more drawings. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.